If you work from home and you're looking to get a printer for your home office, stay tuned because that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hey YouTube, what is going on? Brandon here with another printer video. Today we're going to be talking about 4 different printers that could be potentially a good option for you for your home office if you're having to work from home newly since last year or this year, and you're having to set up a home office and you need a printer. These are the 4 options I'm going to give you that I hope end up being helpful to you. If you're new to the channel, I ask that you please subscribe, like this video, and if you have any questions at all throughout the video, comment below. Right off the bat, this is the printer that I use. It's the Epson Workforce 4740. It's got a little bit more capacity for the pages. This works for me. It also has an automatic document feeder at the top, and it has a bunch of different features. So this is actually something that works for me, and I'm gonna have an option that's similar to this in the video so that you have an idea of what I use and what I'm recommending. So you really have to ask yourself some questions depending on what kind of work you're doing, how much printing that you're actually doing, how much space do you really have. Most of these printers are going to be about the same size, but also how much ink are you going to be using? Do you need to save on ink? Is it not a big deal if you spend a little bit more? So your budget does come into play with that decision as well. One other option that you do have before buying a new printer is if you have an old printer laying around and it's not printing a certain color, colors are choppy, or just you're printing blank pages, I do sell the Best Printers cleaning kit. That's what this channel is primarily focused around, is getting this cleaning kit to consumers who need it, who are needing to fix their printers that are having problems printing a certain color. Your prints may be coming out faded, and that may be the reason why you're looking to buy a new printer. If you have an old one laying around, this might work for you. You'll have to check the link in the description below. You'll get to see which printer models are compatible with the cleaning kit, but the majority of them are. So check that out. That'll be the first link in the description below, and then there will also be links for each one of the printers that I end up talking about here today. So I won't make this too long. Let's get right into looking at the printers. The first printer I'll be talking about is the HP Officejet Pro 8025. Now this is a very basic standard, pretty low priced printer that you can start out with. It will have an automatic document feeder. It has a glass scanner. It has smart capabilities, so you can get the HP app, the HP printing app, and you can actually print directly from that app. Most companies, HP, Epson, Canon, they're all gonna have something similar, but I found that HP is the most comprehensive in my opinion. This is gonna work with Alexa, and it's just gonna give you overall a very good basic starting point for kind of a home office. You probably are having to scan to email. That's something you're going to be able to do with this printer if it's multiple document. That automatic document feeder is going to be very helpful to you. And so I honestly would not recommend any printer that does not have an automatic document feeder. If you're working for a company and you have a contract, or you have another 10 to 15 pages, anything more than 1 page really, and you need to scan that, this is where the automatic document feeder is going to come into play, and is going to be a huge benefit to you. Other than that, this is a pretty standard printer that is going to get the job done. It's not going to break the bank. It's going to be fairly affordable, and it could be just what you need. The ink is going to be a little bit more pricey than the other printers I end up talking about, but there are pros and cons here, and you're going to really have to weigh that when you are watching this video and really deciding which printer might be right for you. Okay, moving on to the next printer, which is the Epson Workforce Pro 3720. Now the one that I have is the 4740, and so that the one I have is going to hold more paper. This one is going to hold less than half of what the one that I showed in the video. This one also has an automatic document feeder. You have on this one, which the other one does not have, a USB port on the side, which is if you have pictures on a USB, you can attach that there and you can print out photos. Keep in mind, all these printers are going to be able to print out photos. The price on this printer is going to be a little bit higher than that HP Officejet. The ink is also going to be pretty pricey, and I can tell you from the ink that I do use remanufactured versions of the OEM ink for Epson. And so I do save a little bit there. Now also, the link that I put in the description below for each printer, if you want to go up in the models and more capacity, like the 4740, it's on here. All you have to do is on the screen recording, it's not going to show, but it's further to the right. You have the 47, 3720, the 4720, the 4730, and the 4740. They all move up, and you're going to be able to see a spec sheet at the bottom, you know, close to the bottom of the Amazon listing page, which I direct you to, and it's going to give you a comparison. I have a 500 sheet capacity. 3720 has a 250 sheet capacity. So if you're not going to need that much printing, or if you do, you can make your decisions based off of that information. And so that goes for each one of these printers. If you click on the link in the description below that I provide, you go down closer to the bottom, you're going to see something similar to this that's going to show you the different models within that category, different prices, and different capabilities. But this is really just a starting point for the purposes of this video. Okay, moving right along to the next printer. This is the Epson EcoTank 2720. This is getting into a little bit of the higher price ranges, just because we're now getting into the tank printers, which is basically you're going to pay a little bit more upfront for the actual printer itself, but these tank printers are going to allow you to print a lot more pages, use a lot more ink at a lower cost. So this is where you can save on ink over the long term. And so if you're printing a lot of pages off, this is what you're going to want, because it's going to last you a lot longer. And the bottled ink is fairly priced. I'm looking right now at the black bottled ink. It's $14. That is very, very inexpensive. You're going to get more out of this amount of ink. The amount of ink that's in a cartridge is a very small amount if you compare to what's in this bottle. I can't say I have reviewed the Epson EcoTanks, but I have not used it over a long period of time. So you'll have to reference the reviews in the Amazon listing page I direct you to get further information on that. However, in theory, you should be able to print more pages with this kind of printer. You're gonna pay more upfront for the printer itself, but you're gonna make that up with the saved ink, which over the long term, and if you're printing a lot of pages, that's how you're going to save your money. The one drawback from this Epson EcoTank model is that it does not have an automatic document feeder. As I said, you go to the close to the bottom of the page, you have Shaq doing the advertising, and you can see here you got the EcoTank 3710, and you have to kind of go all the way up to the Epson EcoTank 3760. You got the 3760, and then you have one more, the Epson EcoTank 4760. 3760 and 4760, which both of those are going to have automatic document feeders. Those are going to be much more expensive. However, if that's what you're needing, there's also some other features that comes along with that. The base EcoTank 2720 does not have a 2.4-inch, color display touchscreen. You have to go all the way up to the EcoTank 4760 to get that touchscreen. So if you want the fully loaded version of the 2720, you have to go with the 4760, but it's in that same category. Okay, next we are going to look at the HP SmartTank Plus 551. This gets even pricier because this is HP's version of the tank printers. It's going to function very similarly to the Epson EcoTank. However, if you have brand loyalty to HP, you trust them a little bit more than Epson, or it could be vice versa. That's going to help you make your decision here, because they're going to essentially be the same concept. You're going to be able to print more pages because you're going to have more ink available. You're not going to have to rely on ink cartridges. You're going to be moving to a bottle setup, and those bottles are usually going to be a lot less expensive. Also, remember, you can get a remanufactured version of that bottled ink, and it can be even less expensive. Okay, again, you do not have an automatic document feeder with the base model that I'm presenting you with here. You just have the glass scanner. That 2720 is also going to just have a glass scanner. So if you want something that has more features, you're going to have to go to the bottom. Now here you can see that HP's marketing is talking about print up to 6,000 black or 8,000 color pages, up to 2 years of ink included in the box. That is a significant claim there. However, I'm not saying that, HP is saying that. You're going to have to reference HP's information and reviews online, whether it's less, whether it's more. I cannot tell you for myself because I have not used these printers over the long term. I have reviewed them in the short term and seen the quality, and I've seen everything like that. So if you come down to compare the HP printers, unfortunately there's only two you can really compare right now, and it's the 551 and the 651. The 651 is going to have the automatic document feeder. It's going to have a touch screen display. The 551 is just going to be, a regular kind of black and white sliver of a screen. It's nothing too fancy. So if you want to move up you want to pay a little bit more and just get the one that has the automatic document feeder, has the touchscreen display, has, you know, maybe it has a few other options. For the purposes of this video, I'm not going to explore too much, you know, more with the smart tanks, because I do believe there are some other versions, but HP I believe is still kind of exploring this idea. They haven't really gotten it down, and so the price is going to be a little high still, and really for it to be worth it, in my opinion, you're going to have to go up to that next model, the 651. And with that comes a very hefty price. Now you are going to want to reference the links in the description below for all the prices that you may have seen on screen here. They may be different when you are watching at a later date. Okay, I covered 4 different printers that could be an option for you if you are working from home. I showed you the printer that I actually use, Epson Workforce 4740. The one I presented you with was one step down from that. That is or a few steps down from the one I have, which is the Workforce 3720. Just keeping in mind, if you have a budget, you may not have the same needs that I do. I hope I explained the automatic document feeder, the differences between these kind of. The first 2 printers that I covered are cartridge-based printers. The latter 2 are bottle-based printers, and those are going to function differently, but they're also just going to be what is it that you need from the printer that you're going to be using. I would consider myself to be somebody that uses a lot of printing. I print a lot of pages, I do a lot of scanning, and this printer has been good for me, and the ink lasts a decent amount of time in my opinion. However, you may want to explore one of those tank printers, which is going to give you more pages and it's going to be a lower cost for the ink per page. However, you do have to go up in price if you want the automatic document feeder and some other features such as a touchscreen. So you have a lot of information to balance there. So I hope I gave you a good understanding of the different options that are available to you. These are not the only printers on the market. These are the ones that I recommend. One of them is a category and, you know, a model similar to what I use. So with my experience, if you look at my channel, you'll see a lot of different videos on printer repair, printer reviews. I have reviewed many different printers. I have done a print quality test on many of those printers as well. So if you want more content like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Again, any questions at all, comment below. And finally, remember, if you have an old printer laying around, or you know someone that has an old printer laying around, share this video, share the Best Printers Cleaning Kit. It's going to be the very first link in the description below. And I hope the information I provided on the printers is helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.